Well, mandatory taxpayer-funded trainings on critical race theory are terrible for the country, obviously, telling people who are defending America that America is not worth defending. But they also may be illegal. The Civil Rights Act bans discrimination based on race. The federal government, of course, has been ignoring that for years. How much longer can they? Peter Kirsanow is a commissioner on the U.S. Civil Rights Commission right now, and he joins us tonight. We're happy to have him. Mr. Kirsanow, thanks so much for coming on. How is this, or how could this be illegal, do you believe?
Well, it's not that it could be illegal. It depends on the configuration, but most of them that I've seen, and they've been going on for quite some time, they expanded exponentially during the Obama administration, especially after the Michael Brown Ferguson incident. There was another explosion after the George Floyd incident. Virtually every significant corporation, academic institution, public employer has these types of trainings, and they're getting much more aggressive, much more anti-American, much more anti-white. And to that extent, they are prohibited by Title VII, which clearly prohibits many of the things that they're doing in these trainings, such as many of them segregate employees on the basis of race, flatly unlawful. Many of them subject certain employees based on race and sex because it's designed to also attack males to a large extent. If you do something like that, that's also prohibited by Title VII, and also creating a racially or sexually hostile work environment, in this case mainly a racially hostile work environment. When you witness some of these trainings, they are truly extraordinary and astonishing. Not only are they based on a false narrative, but anyone who has to sit through them, are very many of them, are humiliated. Again, these programs aren't all the same, but many of them are so aggressive that they clearly transgress Title VII, and to some extent you may even say that they may be a violation of 42 U.S.C. 1981. Why aren't there more lawsuits? Good question. It's mainly because employees are cowed, they don't want to lose their jobs, they don't know their rights, and in the current BLM zeitgeist, they're cowed against doing anything that seems to be against the prevailing narrative. You will see employees sit meekly as they are being subjected to the most vile and hostile acts. It's going on across the country, and it's going to be going on for quite some time unless there's some type of intervention. I applaud the Trump administration. First time ever has any administration done anything like this to intervene. Extremely important, because this is maybe the most pernicious ideology we've ever seen in the United States, and I'm not overstating that. It's going to continue because it's extraordinarily lucrative. You mentioned, I think in your open, that some of these are worth a few $1,000s. I have seen very often that trainers charging between $5,000 to $10,000 per hour, $40,000 per session. And in addition to being lucrative, they're politically advantageous for the left and the Democratic Party, because they undermine the whole premise of the United States of America, which then permits for the undoing of those institutions because they are racist and so on.
Exactly. Because it undermines the entire premise of the United States of America. So nicely put. You're seeing the big picture, which we I think, need to focus on. Peter Kirsanow, as always, thank you.
Thanks, Tucker.